Welcome back. We've got some MMA news to cover, so let's get into it. Lots has happened to the build-up of UFC 278. There's been a lot we're going to cover Paulo Costa breaking down, Luke Rockhold attacking a reporter, and much more. So yeah, let's just get into this. So firstly, let's get into Luke Rockhold. So Luke Rockhold, he had his press media day thing, a few days before the fight. He just needs to give his thoughts and opinions. He's been out for 3 years, so everyone was looking forward to seeing what he had to say. And to be honest, it was pretty surprising. He appears to have become some kind of hippie shake kind of guy. He's got like a spiritual awakening or something. He keeps on talking about health and his body. In the last 3 years, he's been through a rough patch in his life, but now he's out of it and he's in the best shape of his life at 38 or 37, which I kind of doubt, to be honest. But yeah, he's very insistent. He's a new person. He's a new Luke Rockhold, and he's coming for the belt. He reckons that if he wins this fight, he will get a title shot, and if not, he will leave the sport, as he doesn't have any money problems. I think he's set for life, and that's not the reason he's here. It's clearly just to try and get that belt again and, have a little bit of a redemption arc near the end of his career. He then continued to make a new kind of name for himself when he attacked a reporter who gave his new friend and fighting sparring partner, Marlon Chito Vera, he gave him a hat. It was a Mexican-styled hat, a sombrero, and Luke Rockhold believed that the reporter gave it to him because he's Ecuadorian and he considered them similar to Mexicans, which is why he was annoyed at the reporter. And he said that it offended Chito. However, apparently, according to the reporter, it didn't offend Chito whatsoever, and his manager also said he would be fine with it and he found it funny. So yeah, there's just two different opinions there. Luke Rockhold did call him some pretty harsh words. He was clearly bothered by the incident and he didn't sit well with him at all. He's much more emotional now, Luke, I'd say, but I'm just going to go and play the clip for you guys now so you can hear it for yourselves and understand what it's all about.
This motherfucker right here, you got to do your fucking homework. You fucking, this degenerate culture of fucking Barstool Sports and Full Send is that you got to do your homework. You can't approach Chito and give him a fucking Mexican mask about his culture. He's fucking Ecuadorian, motherfucker. Do your homework.
It wasn't to do with his background. I was literally just in San Diego, bro.
No, but you gave him a Mexican mask and you said, this is your culture. Like you're wrestling. You said something along those lines.
I said
it was a disrespect to him and where he's from. So it's about being a reporter. It's about doing your homework and really understanding what I know you guys got carte blanche because Dana's fucking partner with you guys right now, but fucking do your fucking homework and grow a better culture.
So
stop giving bad culture to kids.
Jason House is his manager, who's a friend of mine. Yeah. I had texted Jason before I did the interview. I said, hey, Jason, I went out, I picked up this thing from the market. Nothing to do with Chito's culture. It was just something interesting.
You related it to him being a Mexican.
No, I didn't. When did I call
That's how he took it. That's Mexican culture.
But when did I call him Mexican? Anyways, I worked it out with Jason.
I know. I'm just saying, just do your homework before you get there. And it's just creating better culture, man. That's what it comes down to.
So that is that. Obviously, Luke Rockhold is not happy at all. However, they did seem to sort of resolve it. As he said, I'm sorry if I offended you and stuff like that. And then Rockhold just said, okay, whatever. So that's sorted now. And moving on to our next topic, we've got Paulo Costa getting emotional. I did not expect this. It was really nice to see, a more human side to him because in the past, he hasn't really said a lot. And it's nice to see his English is improving as well. He got a bit teary when he was talking about one of his idol fighters, a Brazilian guy. He claimed he was always very, very real. And I will play the clip for you guys right now.
I found some good people. I found some very good people. I deserve a lot of credit to Kelson Pinto. That guy is amazing. I even get emotional when I talk about him.
Who is this?
Kelson Pinto. He make a lot of difference in my life.
What can you tell us about him?
Huh?
What can you tell us about him?
He's a former boxer. He fought Cotto twice, Miguel Cotto. Mm-hmm. He won one and was the rest. He make a lot of difference in my life.
I mean, it's obviously you're emotional about it, but I want to ask why. What has he done for you, Paulo?
Sorry.
No, it's okay.
He's very special, man. He's a true guy, not fake. Oh my God.
Yeah, well, I mean,
I was not prepared for that.
yeah. Well, maybe we'll give you some time, and I can ask you about it again after the fight, because it sounds like you got a lot to say about the guy.
Always lovely to see, a nice, open and very talkative Costa, emotional Costa, we could call him, I guess. He's looking dangerous. I think he's trained hard for this fight. I think he's going to be ready for Luke Rockhold. And to be honest, I think this actually makes it even more likely that Costa's going to win. He seems very confident within himself that he's going to get the job done. I think he will. I'm still predicting that late round 1, early round 2 knockout. I think it's going to happen. And yeah, emotional Costa is dangerous, mark my words. He's really grown on me, this guy. I've always been a fan of him, but since he's been more open, and I do actually hope he wins this fight, to be honest, because although I do also like Luke Rockhold, he is at the end of his career, so even if he does win, he's only going to have one more fight after this max, and it's going to be against Israel Adesanya, which honestly, I don't think he'll win that. So I don't think there's much point even winning this fight, because he's just going to lose his next one. So hopefully that's a great fight. It's looking very promising. I can't wait. The co-main event is going to be great, I'm sure. It's going to be a short fight, I do believe, no matter which way it goes. I don't think it will go to a decision. So yeah, anyway, moving on. Leon Edwards versus Kamaru Usman 2 is also this weekend. It's the main event. I can't wait for it. It's going to be great. I do think Leon is a much, much better fighter, even though Usman has also improved, but I think he's improved less. He's just stronger now, probably down to that potential illegal substance use, I would say. But yeah, Usman has been very clear. He's looking forward to it, and there's a reason he's the best, and he's going to show it. But a lot of people are noting that Leon Edwards is not to be underestimated. I do think he is a much better striker than Usman. I think Edwards is probably the best striker in the division, maybe minus Wonderboy, but I think Edwards has probably better boxing than Wonderboy, so it will be better for him. I do think Edwards is going to make it difficult for Usman to land on him and land successfully, and I think Edwards will piece him up a little bit on the feet, but he has that wrestling disadvantage. Usman is definitely the better wrestler. He's stronger and he's got more experience in that department. But I do think the gap in skill will be less significant this time. Edwards he's been practicing wrestling for the last 7 years a lot. He's been really open about that on the UFC Embedded series, so I've been watching that too, seeing more how they're preparing for this fight. I think the fight's about 60-40. I think Usman wins it, 60% chance. Not to rule Edwards out, obviously he's a very, very good striker. Leon Edwards is also a very interesting fighter in the way that his fight skill level depends on who he's fighting, in the idea that when he fights Nate Diaz, he only looks slightly better than Nate Diaz, which is worrying because you're thinking, hold on, if this guy got 4 comfortable rounds against Diaz and then almost lost and got knocked out in the final round, how is he going to beat Usman? Well, to be honest, I'm going to tell you that that's just the way Edwards fights, as weird as it sounds. He always just fights slightly better than his opponent because that's his fight style. And against Usman, I think it will work as well. He just has to make sure he doesn't spend most of the time on the bottom of the canvas. That's not going to be fun for him, and it's going to be playing right into Usman's game. He needs to get up immediately if he gets taken down, or best case scenario, just threaten him with knees, hit him with leg kicks when he comes in, try and discourage the takedown, which inevitably is probably going to happen, unless he's just going to try and clinch him against the side and stomp on his toes, which I wouldn't rule out, to be honest, because it is Kamaru Usman. But Edwards definitely fights always slightly better than his opponent. That's just how he fights. For example, when he fought RDA, he was only slightly better than him, slightly better than Nate Diaz. The list goes on. That's just how Edwards fights. However, I am hoping Edwards does bring the belt back, to England. Obviously, he'd be the second English champion ever. That's always great for the country, which be a big bragging right for him to be the second. Michael Bisping the first. He's an amazing fighter. He had a really, really great career. He's now a UFC Hall of Famer, and rightfully so. Big fan of him too. So hopefully Edwards can bring it home for the second time, but he has got the odds against him. However, it's not impossible. I do think he has the best chance of anyone in the division, maybe except Khamzat Chimaev. I think he's a big threat to Usman as well. I do think Usman will retire before he fights Chimaev. And yeah, that's about the end of this daily news roundup for UFC 278. I hope you enjoyed it. There will be more to come, so just stay tuned. There'll be frequent uploads around this time. I'll do a post-fight breakdown of all the big fights on the card, all the good fights, so you can look forward to that. Remember to leave a like, subscribe, drop a comment on what you think is going to happen this Saturday. So yeah, thank you guys for watching. I'll leave a video up there and a subscribe button if you want to. That'd be greatly appreciated. And I will see you guys in the next video. See ya.